This program is sponsored by Beyond Health. Welcome to Take a Mental Minute. This is episode 3 of the podcast brought to you by Beyond Health. We've spoken about motherhood in episode 1, Pride Month in episode 2. We got 3 fellas in the house. I'm including myself in that. We're talking about men's mental health for this episode, episode 3. I am thrilled to be joined by 2 very important folks. Brandon Wells is with us. He is with Helping Hands Health Services / Brandon's Way.
Yes.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.
Quentin Williams is here. He is with Beyond Health. Hi, Quentin.
Yeah, how you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for being here.
Thank
you. I got to ask you, what's this Brandon's Way thing? What's that mean?
Brandon's Way was something that was created like 3 to 4 years ago.
Okay.
So Helping Hands Health Service let me have my own identity.
There you go.
So Helping Hands played a part in Brandon's Way to let me separate myself.
I appreciate that.
So it been Brandon's Way for the last couple of years now.
Good for you. Quentin, how long have you been with Beyond Health?
I've been with Beyond Health for 2 years, approximately 2 years.
Thank you. For folks that may not know, this is episode 3. I know you all do renowned, profound work for folks of all genders and ages in Baltimore. Tell folks, if they don't know already, what's Beyond Health?
Well, Beyond Health is an organization that helps with substance abuse issues, kids with PRP programming, socially, academically, and pretty much it.
PRP, you're a PRP counselor.
Yes.
What does PRP mean for folks that don't know?
Brandon?
Psychiatric Rehabilitation Program.
There you go. That's a very important thing for all of us, regardless of age, regardless of gender. This episode is kind of for the fellas, and here we are. When I say to you, helping a man with their mental health, what does that mean to you?
Being a good listener. Non-judgment. Being consistent with them. Someone that's there. I had a situation a couple weeks ago where a man reached out through my DM because I talk about my mental health sometimes. And I just want to let everybody know we all go through things and it's okay to talk about how you feel. And sometimes we need that safe space.
Sure. Quentin, when I say men's mental health to you, you're a guy. You're a human like the rest of us. We all have our things, I believe. What does that mean to you? What's it mean to you to be helping men with their mental health?
Just being available a lot of times. Like Brandon said, being non-judgmental, just being a listening ear for somebody. When people talk about mental health, we kind of overthink, really what it is. And a lot of times it's just being a good friend. Sure. Yeah.
That's important. I'm a guy. I've been a guy for, I won't say how many years. We're going on 59 pretty soon, 58 plus. There's this thing with guys that they can tough it out or man up, or that guys aren't supposed to be vulnerable. They're supposed to have all the answers, be able to fix anything, not have any things going on. Obviously, you guys have both found, I'll start with you, Brandon, that's not the case, correct?
Correct. So I feel like you said, as men, we are protectors, we are providers, we meant to be strong. And sometimes we have that side where we need to release and let go because we going through things that bother us, that harm us. And we just need that safe place where we can open up and we can let go and we can feel better about ourselves.
Quentin, I imagine some of the struggle, if that's the right word, some of the impetus when you talk with other men of any age is just knowing that it's okay to want or seek or need help. Forget the actual getting of the help. We'll get to that. But just for a guy to acknowledge or to admit to his wife, to his friends, to himself, hey, man, I might need some help even though I'm supposed to be this tough dude. I imagine that's a huge part of getting there.
Yeah, absolutely. And conversation just helps a lot because you open yourself up and you talk to somebody, you realize you're not the only person going through these things, right? You're not an outcast. So a lot of the times, and I say with guys, you do it a lot mostly with your friends. You really don't know you're doing it, but if you're just venting to your friends, letting something out, oh, this happened, this is a rough day, or my relationship's going this way, or my finances are off, that's seeking help. right? And a lot of times we do it through our friends, but more so we need to encourage people to seek professional help.
Do you all find that most of, like at Beyond Health, are most of the clientele, is it mostly women? Is it rare for a guy, and hopefully it becomes less rare vis-a-vis what we're talking about today? Is it rare for men to seek out help, more rare than it would be for a woman? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's absolutely not rare, right? And I think that it just posing the questions like that, it will make somebody step back, right? When you say it's rare, and the guy say, "Oh, I'm just one in 1,000 guys that are doing this." Well, no, it's way more common that you'll see men come in and seeking help.
Brandon, you mentioned that you will at times when you're counseling, helping folks, talk about what you're going through or what you've been through.
Yes.
You're sort of admitting and showing some vulnerability there.
Yes.
I imagine that is a helpful thing in terms of connecting with them, because if you're going through it, it's going to help them at least open up about what they might be going through.
Yes. So it also makes them feel comfortable that another man is talking about what he's been through. And it gives them hope. It gives them some companion, like, I can really do this because I have this man opening up to the world and he letting people know how he feel. And I'm going through what I'm going through. So why can't I put my trust in him? Why can't he be a person that I can go to and help with my mental health?
Quentin, how did you get into this?
So I started, I have another job. I work in the school system. So I work with kids a lot. So when Beyond Health brought me in, it was to work with the younger children. So
Okay.
I've been doing this I've been in the school system for 9 years. Yeah.
What's it mean to you to have the impact on the young folks that you have, whether it be vis-a-vis the school or Beyond Health?
I mean, it's a lot, and over time you get more gratitude from it. I've just graduated a 5th grade class and a middle school 8th grade class, and you see them and you remember having them in kindergarten, 1st grade, and all the lessons that you've tried to instill in them, things you've taught them, how to navigate life, and then you see them graduate to that next step. I love it.
Brandon, what's it mean to you to do what you do?
Oh, I love it. It's one of the best jobs ever. I wouldn't even call it a job. It's amazing watching someone start and watching someone how they finish and watching just the path just along the way. It's just amazing.
Folks obviously can hear this Take a Mental Minute podcast brought to you by Beyond Health on all the things, Spotify and Apple and all the podcast places. They can also see us on the YouTube, etc. And when you talk, every time you talk, you smile when you talk about this.
Yes, because I love it. I love it because I watch the growth. I watch the growth of young men who people told them that they wasn't going to make it, and they made it.
Cool. We're going to get out of this segment. When we come back, we're going to devote a lot of time to digging deeper into some specific topics, fatherhood, and all the things that men go through. I maintain women are better than us, fellas. I hate to break it to you. Right now, I maintain women go through so much more than we ever have to, all the things, but we've got our things too, and fatherhood, and oftentimes being in charge of the income if mom is home with the children and maybe not working yet, and all those variables that come into families. We'll take a deep dive into some specific mental health things that men face that are unique to being men on the other side of this break. This is Take a Mental Minute brought to you by Beyond Health.
I know you've been grinding. I know things aren't easy. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Love your mind.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Beyond Health is an accepting place for healing and discovery for those navigating life's challenges.
And we also specialize in the LGBTQ community when it comes to mental health, substance abuse, and also PRP services.
Beat the expectations and fulfill your dreams together.
They were right there. They walked me through the whole process.
Beyond Health is here for those that feel marginalized.
I would say do not wait. Like, don't hesitate. Call now.
Beyond Health, PRP.com.
Welcome back to Take a Mental Minute, brought to you by Beyond Health. This month's episode focusing on men's mental health matters. I'm joined by Brandon Wells, Helping Hands Health Services / I love this, Brandon's Way.
Yes,
it's his way or the highway, folks. And Quentin Williams, who is with Beyond Health. Thank you, fellas, again for being with us. You're a dad.
Yes, I'm a father of 3 girls.
There you go. I have 2 girls. Nothing like the girls, my man.
Yes, girl
How
dad.
old are they?
20, 9, and 6.
29 and 6.
Yes.
We got 22 and 19. The pressure that men feel being a father and all that that entails on a tangible level,
Yes.
and on a financial level and on an emotional level and all the things. Plus, take that away, there's still a guy.
Yes.
On top of that, what are your thoughts on that very broad notion?
Being a father is not about just being or having the financial piece. Being a father is about time, consistency, and dedication, and being there. Because I know when I first had my child, it was hard for me to buy Pampers. It was hard for me to buy milk. And one day I remember driving down Hill Road and my daughter was crying, and I had to pull over. I started crying because it was hard. It started messing with my mental health because I must not be doing a good job as a dad when I can't provide. So as time went forward, I had to get help. I had to ask questions. I had to say, what is a good dad? Because I can't provide. Because what I saw in my upbringing was providing. My mother provided. My stepdad provided. Then when I came in father, it was hard for me to provide. So it really messed with my mental, and I got better as being a father along the line of asking questions and asking for help.
How did you get help? Who helped you?
Older siblings, some strangers, and some people in the neighborhood that I thought was good fathers.
Okay. Quentin, you all at Beyond Health help folks of all ages, of any gender. But when it comes to fathers, does any of this sort of ring home with you in terms of what you all provide to folks in terms of help for a new father or a father that is doubting whether he's a good father, whether it be because of the financial piece, the support piece, the emotional piece, the partnership piece? There's a lot of pieces. I've been a father for 22 years. I don't think it's as hard as being a mother. I'm just going to say it right now. I know physically it's not, but that doesn't mean it's easy. What are your thoughts on how Beyond Health helps folks, maybe like Brandon, what he was going through back in the day?
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep emphasizing this point of conversation, right? When you know you need help, you have to speak out. You have to ask for it, right? Because the squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? So you'll have dads that will be in financial situations where they feel like they can't provide. But there are a lot of resources. There are a lot of resources, community resources that even in the school system, we have a lot of resources that sometimes you just got to ask. And just the mental part of not thinking you're a good dad, you're not the first person to be in that situation, right? So again, I want to harp on just you have those conversations. Then that way, like Brandon said, he was able to lean on his siblings or sometimes strangers. But if he didn't reach out to those people or ask for help, he would have just, you don't know what that would have did to his mental health. And it could have been a situation where he thought he didn't have a choice but to give up. So again, just I always, like when I talk to dads, I talk to men, it's just to have the conversation because you're not the only person going through this. You're not the first person going through this.
And obviously yourself and your colleagues at Beyond Health are there to listen if folks need to find a listener to help them through.
Absolutely.
That that moment, that sort of aha moment, you're driving and your daughter's crying in the back and you pull over and you cry. How long ago was that, if I can ask?
18 years ago.
Okay. You got through it.
Yes.
You've never forgotten it.
Never.
How's she doing?
Amazing. Junior in college.
Does she know that story?
No. I
Okay.
never told her.
Never told her.
I kept it to myself.
She'd be darn proud of you, Dad.
Hope so.
There's another sort of dad part to this, and this is sort of it's not unique. It's definitely not unique because I'm living it. I believe Quentin is living it. There are a lot of kids, a lot of young folks out there growing up without a father figure.
Right.
Whether they might know who dad is, but he's not in their life. They may not know who dad is. Until I was much later in my life, I knew nothing about my father. I still have no relationship with this person. He doesn't want to hear from me. Any sort of effort for me to reach out is met with, get out of here. It's his loss, or it's this dude's loss.
Right.
I had the most amazing mom in the world, so I didn't know what I didn't know. All I knew was I had mom. So I don't know what it's like to have a dad and lose it because I never had one. For folks out there without a father figure in their life, and I believe if you want to share any more about your experience, you're welcome to. What should they know? Because we too are not alone.
Right. So the one thing I always tell my kids, my students is you are loved, right? Because not having a dad or not having a father around, there'll be a void, right? The kids will fill a void. You can choose to how you navigate that. You know, it's different. Like some kids will seek out, approval from different places, right? So I always like to let kids know that they are loved. You know, it's not an indictment on you that your dad's not around, right? And that's something we always like to enforce the kid because it gives them self-pride, it gives them self-worth to know that there are people that do love them, even though somebody that you expect to be in your life isn't there. That it doesn't diminish who you are as a person.
Brennan, your thoughts, and maybe you've helped many young folks or not so young folks who don't have a father figure in their life, and there's this apparent void, if it's even a void. I never thought of it that way for me, but I'm me. Your thoughts on this?
Oh, man, I think this is an amazing topic because this is what I deal with a lot daily. Young men that don't have fathers or young men, their fathers are not around. And I always let them know I'm never going to overstep my boundaries as being your dad. I'm an extra, I'm an add-on. I'm there for you to listen. And like he said, it's someone that you have someone that love you and care about you. So, and that means a lot to them. It means a lot to them. So I love being that figure in a lot of their lives.
Amazing. Your situation, you've lived some of this, much of this. What's your biggest message to young folks about maybe this supposed void, if there is one?
So growing up, I had uncles that stepped in. My grandfather. So I never really felt the void of not having a dad because my grandfather was right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right, my grandfather took me to all the football practices, basketball practices. So I always had that sense of a man around. But I like Brian said, I try to be there for the kids,
Much of what we're talking about, certainly our sort of first topic, which was this notion of men feeling that they're not supposed to admit vulnerability or supposed to ask for help because they're big, tough dudes, can be cyclical. In other words, a kid, hopefully with a father at home, if the father kind of came off as nothing phases me, everything's fine, the kid might grow up thinking, you know what, I'm going to be like dad and nothing's going to phase me and everything's going to be fine, even if it's not. Do you find in the young folks or folks of any age that you're working with, we'll start with you, that this is sort of cyclical, and if so, how do we break that?
Yes. Because a lot of kids want to be like their dad. Dad is like superhero. And it's like, how do I express myself? Because my older boys have been with me since day one. So they started at 13 and now they 26. And they wanted to be like their dad. And they've been through the troubled things that their dad had went through. And they realized that it wasn't the way. So how do I fix the wrong way to the right way? And that's when I come and play. That's when I help them in therapy. Therapy played a big part. And once you start understanding what therapy is about, you really start liking therapy because therapy is a place where you can release and let go and reset.
Yeah, there have been times I thought maybe I should do something like this. And I would think, oh no, that's for people that's not for me. But then I'll hear people, maybe they're a famous person, maybe it's an athlete, maybe it's a friend of mine who sort of very candidly says, well, when I go to my therapist, I'm like, well, wait a second, if Duke can do it, then I should be able to do it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
but I'm one of these folks, forget gender. I just kind of think like, oh yeah, that's for other people when God knows I got stuff going on.
Yeah,
because we all do.
And like you were saying, I'll have kids all the time, and you can tell a kid might be upset about something, or kids holding back tears, and you ask, you want to tell me what's going on? You want to share what's going on? They don't want to open up. They don't want to open up about it. So that's great that you said the celebrity piece, because that's one of the tricks I use, right? Oh, you like basketball? Here's 5 basketball players talking about why you should open up about your problems. Here are rappers and entertainers. These are people that they look up to already.
They've got it made.
Yes.
Except for the fact that they don't on some levels.
Absolutely. So you can be having the best day and all the things and joys that life brings, but there can be things that you still want to talk about, things you need help figuring out. And that's a person like myself and Brandon, that's where we step in and try to fill a void with those kids.
You mentioned the word therapy.
Yes.
And when you said it, it's like this buzzword. It's almost like, I don't know whether it should be sort of, we should all jump in, which I think is or you kind of go, oh, therapy. In a way it has this stigma to it, this thing, whether it be good or bad. What is the role of therapy? How does it, I suppose it sort of builds on itself. How would you describe how therapy works?
How therapy works in the beginning is hard, like you said, because of that stigma. Why am I going to open up to a stranger? He don't know me. He don't know what I come from. He don't know what I've been through. But over time, in those sessions, he's listening to you. He's listening to you. And in the beginning, he may not say much. But over time, you start feeling comfortable. And when you start feeling comfortable, you start opening up more. Why? Because you've been consistent with this stranger. And now you're starting to feel, okay, he's not going nowhere. So that's when therapy really starts, when you start feeling comfortable with it.
Quinn, do you find that as well? You're helping somebody, whether it's the 3rd time or the 5th time or the 8th time, that there's maybe this sort of aha moment, like you can see that they're getting it, and they can probably sense from you that that connection has been made and sort of some real profound work can be done.
Yeah, you see the breakthroughs in kids a lot. It'll come in different stages. I said, and with the younger kids, it's not everything's fine, everything's fixed, but it's okay. Some things are starting to resonate. Some things are pushing through. I can think of a kid I had, and this kid had a behavior plan, like all the things that we would have to do to support the kid. And the kid actually graduated out of that plan. Like, so the things we were doing were working. And I think a key thing is for parents to be involved. I'm thinking mostly in a school setting, like parents to be involved, teachers to be involved. So everybody's on kind of the same page with the child. So there is no give up when a child is having a frustrated moment or a tough week, because we all know that this kid is going through something. This kid is trying to deal with something and really doesn't know how to deal with it. You figure you got a kid, elementary, middle school, they're not aware of all of the emotions that they're feeling. They don't know how to treat it. But once you see that kid start, obstacle will come up, and you see how they navigate through it, it's like, and that gives you a good feeling of, these things are working for the child.
Quentin Williams is here. Brandon Wells is here. We're talking men's mental health in this episode. Take a Mental Minute, brought to you by Beyond Health. It continues right after this.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud.
Beyond Health is an accepting place for healing and discovery for those navigating life's challenges.
And we also specialize in the LGBTQ community when it comes to mental health, substance abuse, and also PRP services.
Beat the expectations and fulfill your dreams together.
They were right there. They walked me through the whole process.
Beyond Health is here for those that feel marginalized.
I would say do not wait. Like, don't hesitate. Call now.
Beyond Health, PRP.com.
Welcome back to Take a Mental Minute, brought to you by Beyond Health. This episode brought to you by the fellas in the room, helping men, helping ourselves, frankly, sort of be stronger mentally and deal with all the things that being a guy happens to. Brandon, you speak with such passion, and it sort of oozes out of you how much you enjoy helping folks. Is there a fellow, young, middle-aged, whatever, that you've helped? We don't need names.
Okay.
But that you are so proud of this worked. This worked for this dude. Is there something that comes to mind? A situation that comes to mind?
Oh, yes. And I just want to shout out my 10 seniors that I helped graduate and walk across the stage. So one of those young men reached out to me because he was always told that he couldn't do it. And I always told him, use that word can't to can and won't to will, and we're going to make it through. And he walked across that stage. When I watched with my own eyes and ears, people tell him that he couldn't do it.
Wow. Fantastic. Quentin, you're with Beyond Health. This is what you do. And on top of the teaching, you guys are both saints, by the way. What's your message to folks, men in this case, or women who want to get through to their fellow in their life, whether it be their son or their brother or their husband or their father, of why they should reach out to anybody, but in this case, to Beyond Health and how you can help?
If you notice your child is needing extra help, or a man in your life is needing extra help, you have to have a listening conversation, right? Where you're not judging, where you're not harping, where you're not yelling. It has to be a conversation with love and a listening conversation, and then you'll hear the cries out, the kid to tell you, the man in your life will tell you, and we're just that stop. We're just that stop for you. You can just send them right to us, or anywhere that they can get professional help, and you'll see a change, and especially the young men.
What's it mean to you and your team to have the impact on lots of folks, but in this case, young men in this community? What's that mean to you all?
It's amazing. It's amazing. Sometimes you'll get it from the kids. Sometimes you'll get it from their mom. It's like, oh, nobody's talked to my child like that. Or my child was happy to be in your session today. Or my child's having a rough day. He needs a session today. And that just gives you great pride in doing what you do.
Brandon, what's it mean quickly to you to be having the impact you have?
It's everything. It just feels good to be in a position to help. And our doors is always open. The phones is 24 hours. So anytime they need help or want assistance, we are there.
Thank you.
Thanks
for what you do, my man. Yes. Thanks for being with us. Thank you. All the best to you.
Appreciate it.
This is Beyond Health's Take a Mental Minute, Episode 3. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.